Good evening, and I apologize for being late. Duty calls, and I am just fresh out of the news truck. But it is certainly an honor and a privilege to be here in this great church. To the pastor, officers, and members of Royal Baptist Church, thank you so much for allowing me to lend my voice to this conversation. To other distinguished guests and elected officials, it is great to see all of you here tonight. I am so honored to have been asked to speak tonight, but I'm heartbroken, and we know the reason why. My buddy, my song and dance man, my husband-to-be for 20 years, now sing and delights the crowds in heaven. Who remembers when they met Tony the Peanut Man? Well, I don't, because it seems that Tony has been with me all my life. I really can't remember a time when he has not made me laugh. I feel he's always been the person who would make me say, when I saw him at a distance, "Oh Lord, look who's here." And then I'm laughing just as you are. We all know that Tony loved to make people laugh, and he loved to laugh. If you don't know, Tony could have you holding your sides within minutes of entering a room, the ballpark, or on a parade float. It was his mission. It mattered to him that people were smiling when he walked up to them, and it mattered to him when people were smiling when he walked away. His catchphrases, his song went beyond what we heard. They sank deep in our soul. Tony was our year-round Santa Claus. He was our brown leprechaun. He was our ambassador of goodwill. I was fortunate to know this nutty professor, as I would sometimes call him, that he was as serious as he was funny. Our last two conversations in October were peppered with laughter, but Tony wanted to focus on starting a foundation that would help people with neuromuscular disorders. He envisioned a facility where people would undergo treatment and support. It would be affordable and accessible. It would give people hope, as he always did throughout his life. During our last conversation, he called my name 1,000,000 times. "Carolyn, you got me? Carolyn, you understand what I'm saying? Carolyn, this is big." And each time I would reply, "Yeah, Tony, I got you, I understand." He was relentless when he set his sights on something. Passion for people. But his real passion was love and making people feel better. Tony had received a diagnosis of a muscular disorder. And he told me when he first received that diagnosis, he asked God, "Why me?" And he said, then it came to him, why not him? So rather than wallow in pity and doubt, Tony had become actually a bit excited, childlike about this opportunity to encourage people in a different way. But we don't know the hour, do we? We don't know the minute. We don't know the second. We do not know the moment. Tony did not know that he had already created a legacy of genuine joy. When we got the call into the newsroom last week that there was a terrible rumor that Tony the Peanut Man passed away, I immediately called Tony. After an hour, I became a bit concerned because Tony answered or returned every single one of my calls. Well, after all, we had a wedding to plan. We were always on this journey of planning our wedding. But that time, Tony did not return my call because he actually had answered another call. We now have, and we all do, we all have a funny story about Tony. But what is most striking to me is, do you really remember the first time you met him? As I said before, I don't. It seems Tony has been with me all my life, and I will keep him alive in my heart And while I'm going to miss him terribly, his hat, his smile, his melody play in my heart and in this world forever. Thank you.